Hello everyone, my name is Michael SK and welcome back to Amatsutsumi. We are now fully committed to Kokoro's route. We are finally entering routes. And from what I was told, they're not too long. It's just getting there is the long part. I don't know if any of the examples I used in the last episode would actually fit for this whole route system, but it doesn't matter. The point is that we are fully committed to a character as of right now, so there we have it. Oh, and Mana is here. She has joined the cast of lovely, colorful characters, and it's been so chaotic right off the bat. You know, it kind of, grew step by step in the beginning when Makoto came here, with eventually squeezing himself into the family. She did everything just right then and there. Kind of, not really, but it was a little chaotic. Today is Mana's second day at school. She looks a bit peeved when we separate from Kokoro at school. Other students are chatting all around us. So many of them are talking all at once that perhaps clamor is a better term to describe it. I give them a listen and hear Mana's name come up from time to time. No wonder, this is only her second day here. No, I'm used to it. Mana doesn't look thrilled with my answer, but holds her tongue. She may not like it, but at least she can understand. Humans survive by adapting to new environments, much like I did with my own day-to-day life here. You'll start looking forward to it one of these days. Suddenly I recall what Kokoro once told me. Yes, trust me. I muttered that to myself. Good morning. Just like how I'd gotten used to this.
マナちゃんもおはよ
マナちゃん
う。呼び方まずかったか？親しみを込めたつもりなんだが。
マナちゃんはやめなさい。あと、私には敬語を使いなさい。
Oh my god.
わかりました、マナさん。
There's no need for that, Mana.
どうして？
The rest of our classmates will find it weird if only one of them speaks to you like that.
だったら、この教室にいる者全員に言霊を使えばいいわ。
What a solution. You might have to use it on the whole town if you head down that path.
その時に応じて言霊を使えばいいわ。
Well, that could lead to contradictions down the line if you use it left and right.
面倒ね。
So, you should use it in moderation. That's my advice.
なるべく使わない方がいい。じゃないんだ。
Well, I've used it here and there myself. Mana heaves a little sigh as if saying that she accepts my explanations.
呼び方はマナちゃん。敬語も使わなくていい。
あ、結局マナちゃんで OK なのか？
なんとなく嫌だけど。構わないわ。
嫌なのかいいのかどっちなんだ？
Don't mind her. Just go ahead and call her that.
まあ兄貴がそう言うのならマナちゃんと呼ぶことにしよう。
Alright, that reminds me I have to introduce her to Kyoko too. She's glancing at us from a short distance away. Could you come on over here, Kyoko?
京子？
But Kyoko doesn't move. Maybe she didn't hear me? On the other hand, Mana reacts to my lack of honorifics with her.
ああ、俺ちょっと用事を思い出したから。
Oh my god, dude. Kyoko looks Kyochi's way for a moment, but he leaves the classroom without returning the gaze. I feel like maybe, just maybe, they had something at one point, but that kind of feels hard to believe based on how Kyoko is. Unless, there's something going on with those two.
おはようございます。
Morning, Kyoko. This is Mana, my sister who transferred here yesterday. I thought it'd be best if I introduced you two.
京子。
Kyoko twitches and trembles at the pointed glare sent her way. Mana, she's a classmate. You'll scare her if you glare at her like that.
昨日いた？
Yes.
私は影が薄くて、なかなか覚えてもらえないタイプなので。
Mana only joined yesterday, so she hasn't memorized everyone's faces yet. That's all.
それもそうですね。あんまり興味ないから。それもそうですね。
She'll remember you. After all, you're my friend.
友達
That's right, the first female friend I made in this class.
そう。とても親しい友達なのね。誠くんと、そんなに親しいわけでは。
We're not close? I thought we were. Was I wrong?
いえ、親しいです。とても親しいです。
Well, this is all very, full of contradictions, isn't it?
そんなに親しいの。
Seriously, stop glaring at her, Mana. Kyoko, go ahead and introduce yourself.
朝比奈京子です。誠くんの友達っていうか、誠くんが友達になってくれて。私は妹の。はい、覚えています。オリベマナさん。あれ、私、名前間違えちゃいましたか？
Oh, it's Mana-san, huh?
合ってるわ。
Maybe she's just a bit surprised you actually remembered it.
どうしてですか？友達の妹さんの名前ならすぐ覚えますよ。
Mana was probably convinced people weren't interested in her and wouldn't have remembered her name.
朝比奈京子。私も覚えたわ。よろしくです。
Be her friend too, Mana. Like me, Kyoko doesn't have many.
でも、私なんかと友達になっても、話題とか敏感ではないし。
It makes me sad to hear that as your friend.
いえ、そういう意味じゃなくて、とにかくすみません。どうしてそこまで自分を卑下するのかしら？それは、いろいろ自信がなくて。お兄ちゃんの友達なら、もっとしっかりしてほしいわ。はい、しっかりします、オリベさん。マナでいいわ。私も京子と呼ばせてもらうから。
Ooh, mutual respect. Let's go.
名前を呼ばれて、ちょっと感動です。安すぎる感動ね。いいんです。私にとっては大きなことですから。よろしくです、マナちゃん。そう。
Mana acts curt, but her cheeks are tinted red. Maybe she's just embarrassed? Mana elbows my side as though she read my mind. Guess I wore my thoughts on my sleeve there.
チャイム。それでは、失礼します。
Kyoko bows deeply and returns to her desk. We should get back to our seats too.
そうね。
Mana regards her hand for a second before nodding and heading for her desk. Alright. Whatever. Why are we looking at the ceiling? First period ends and break has arrived.
Makoto-san!
What up? Hotaru comes rushing toward me. Actually, this is the first time we've seen her in a bit, isn't it? The bell only just rang.
待っていられなくて、終わる前に授業を抜け出したんですよ。すごいでしょう。
I can't encourage that.
心のお姉さんってどういうことですか？誠さんの妹。
It's a complicated story.
この子は誰？
Kokoro's friend.
はじめまして、先輩。水無月蛍と言います。
Hotaru must have realized that Mana was the new sister that she'd heard about, so I introduced them.
はじめまして。私は誠の妹で、心の姉よ。
Hotaru shoots a glance at me, excuse me. It's just like she said, she's Mana, my younger sister and Kokoro's older sister.
そうなんですね。
Hotaru catches on and pretends Mana's kotodama had worked on
よ
her.
ろしく、マナちゃん。マナちゃん。
Mana sends me a glance.
ここの人たちは、みんなこんなに慣れ慣れしいの？
It's the way things run.
マナちゃんって呼んじゃダメですか？別にいいわ。マナちゃんに会いに来たので、仲良くなれてよかったです。そう。じゃあ、休み時間は短いので、戻りますね。
Hotaru leaves as quickly as she appeared.
騒がしい子ね。
Good thing Mana didn't realize her kotodama didn't work. She's fun to be with.
ずいぶん可愛い子に囲まれているのね。
It's the life, you know, whenever you jump into a visual novel such as this one. You're imagining things.
気のせい。ね。
The teacher comes in at just the perfect time to interrupt our conversation. Mana gives the teacher an annoyed look as she returns to her seat. Well, back to learning and all that. I have nothing to say here. School sucks, honestly. After school, Mana, Kokoro, and I head home.
マナちゃんが帰ってきたんだよってホタルに伝えたらすごくびっくりしてたよ。
I wonder why. Yeah, she couldn't even wait for class to end.
うん。先生が黒板に書いてる隙にパッて出て行っちゃった。ホタル？ホタルのことかしら。
Yeah, that's right. Kokoro calls Hotaru Hotarun, while Hotaru calls Kokoro Kokoron.
うん。
I was getting a little tongue-twisted there.
マナちゃんもマナマナって呼んであげようか？マナッチとかの方がいい？どっちでもいいわ。
Mana turns away with an annoyed look. Mana Mana.
分身したみたい。
Money?
マスコットみたい。
So you don't like them, huh?
聞き慣れない呼び方に違和感があるだけよ。マナマナ、マナッチ、他には。
So is that Manachi and not Mani? I don't know Japanese. Koichi calls her Mana-chan.
じゃあ、マナちゃんでいっか。それでいいわ。
Well, that was easy. We only became siblings yesterday, but we're already beginning to establish some decent chemistry amongst ourselves. Suddenly, Kokoro vanishes. I stop and turn around only to realize that she tripped on something and fell flat on her face. Kokoro quickly gets up, her eyes welling with tears. Are you okay?
いたた。ちょっとつまずいただけ。
Can you stand? Kokoro nods and takes my hand. But just as I'm about to help her up, Kokoro reaches out her other hand to Mana.
仕方ないわね。
Mana reluctantly takes her hand. The two of us help Kokoro to her feet with one great tug.
ありがとう、兄さん、マナちゃん。
You're welcome.
別に大したことはしていないわ。それより手を離したらどうなの？いいじゃない。このまま帰ろうよ。私はいいわ。
Mana lets go of Kokoro and walks ahead. Kokoro sends me a pleading look. Cute, I have to admit. I don't mind.
兄さんならそう言ってくれると思った。どうして手をつないでいるの？
Huh? Why do you ask?
普通だよね。兄弟なのに？仲のいい兄弟は手をつなぐことだってあるよ。
Yeah, I mean, if it's okay in manga, then it's all good in reality, right?
漫画？そう。心は漫画を持っているのね。帰ったら心の部屋に行くわ。
Oh, shit. Huh. Didn't expect the conversation to head in that direction. Oh, she's gonna pick up some bad habits. I have a lovely feeling here. Absolutely fantastic feeling. We have dinner right after we get home, so it's not until after we get to Kokoro's room. Kokoro was nervous, so I came along.
こんなに持っているの？
Also, this is the first time we're in here. What the fuck is she wearing?
おかしいかな。
Mana stares at the bookshelves lined with manga as though she discovered a lost piece of art. Probably because we never had this much manga back in the village. Actually, Mana hid herself on the first floor with her kotodama all this time, so this must be her first time in Kokoro's room. Mana stares daggers at the bookcase and takes out a book from the center.
あ、それ8巻だよ。何か問題があるの？マナちゃん、7巻まで読んでる？私が読んだことのある漫画はここには一つもない。
Same goes for me, naturally. Mana returns the book and takes a step back.
どれを読めばいいの？じゃあこれかな？さっき言ってたのはこれだから。
Mana takes the manga volume Kokoro offers and then sits down and starts reading. Kokoro takes a different volume and does the same. Can I borrow one too, Kokoro?
兄さんも好きなの読んでいいよ。
This is a good chance to get in some reading for myself. The room falls quiet as a tomb. The manga I took is about a boy with mysterious powers and a girl with amnesia. Is that a reference to a real manga? Like, come on. It has to be, right? I mean, there's a lot of different stories that could involve a male character and a girl. One that has powers and one with some other shit going on, I'm sure. It paints a vivid picture of the anxiety the latter feels over her memory loss. We never had manga like this back in the village. Mana's chuckles echo through the silent room. Kokodo and I lift our heads and look at her.
何?
No, nothing.
あ、そこ面白いよね。私もすっごく笑ったんだよ。
Kokodo peeks at Manga's manga and speaks enthusiastically about it. Mana pulls the volume away with a blush on her face.
笑ってない。今笑ったよ。ふふって。笑ってないはずよ。じゃあもう一回読んでみて、このページ。あ、ちょっと。
Kokodo flips through the pages of Mana's manga. She takes her back to an earlier part.
仕方ないわね。
Mana looks at the manga again.
見られてると集中できないわ。あ、ごめんね。ほら笑った。私は笑っていない。あれ？笑ったと思ったんだけどな。
She's so embarrassed that she used her kotodama to deny it. Come on, you should let yourself have some fun while you're here.
楽しみ方は人それぞれよ。
Yes, I can't say anything to that.
そこいいよね。この後兄弟編が始まるんだよ。そこで手をつないだりしてるんだから。それ3巻じゃない？私はまだ1巻を読んでいるの。それに人が楽しみにしてる先の展開を言ってしまうのは失礼じゃない？あ、ごめんなさい。
So you're looking forward to it?
今のは一般論よ。私が楽しみにしてるってわけじゃないわ。ごめんね、マナちゃん。でも楽しんでもらえるといいな。わかったから。あなたも読むのに集中したら。はーい。
She didn't use her kotodama this time. I have to admit, she actually sounded a bit like a real sister there. The room falls silent once again. Though none of us are talking, the air is by no means uncomfortable. We were all having fun here. I like reading manga. I need to get back to reading the Mushoku Tensei light novels that I have.
読み終わったわ。
Mana looks up an hour later.
どうだった？兄弟編。面白かったわ。でしょでしょ。私のおすすめだもん。ちゃんと兄弟で手をつなぐのはまだ構わないと思ったわ。でしょ？でも兄弟の恋愛はやっぱり普通じゃないと思う。どうして？この漫画でも背徳的に書かれてたでしょ？私も受け入れがたいわ。そうだけど、でもハッピーエンドでしょ？3巻はね。4巻以降はどうなるかわからないわ。心中するかもしれない。心中？
Your imagination's too big, Mana.
そうかしら。周りに認めてもらえない恋愛は不幸になるわ。
I don't think it did in Yosuga no Sora.
そっか。
But I actually have no fucking idea. I don't know if the anime goes into a different direction of the visual novel. Also, I don't think that's a spoiler. Is it? I hope it's not. Forget what you heard for like the past 20 seconds. Kokodo and I have nothing to say to that. If Mana was declaring that two people should never be siblings or both siblings and lovers, well, there is no way we wouldn't feel self-conscious.
心はどうしてそんなに悲しそうなの？お兄ちゃんとは手をつなげるのよ。なのにどうしてそんなに悲しいの？それは変な二人ね。恋愛しているわけでもないのに。
That's enough, Mana. I don't want to see Kokodo suffer anymore. The smile from earlier has left Mana's face, replaced by her standard composed expression, almost as though she were saying the dream is over. I think it's about time I went back to my room. Kokodo nods, but Mana doesn't say a thing. It seems she's planning to stay here now that she's realized there's a bed here. I sigh with exasperation and decide to go back to my room and sleep. You know, I didn't consider this, but Mana can quite literally destroy our kotodama. She's much more powerful than Makoto is. So couldn't she just completely unwind some things or really just ruin relationships? But that's just too evil, right? The three of us go to school together again. I never would have imagined doing something like this with Mana back when we were living in the village. That aside, however, Kokoto's been acting strange since yesterday. Her head's been in the clouds this whole time.
大きなあくび。
Sounded more like a yawn than a sigh. Come to think of it, you look really tired today. Did you stay up too late?
実はちょっと。
What was poppin' during the night?
あくびなんてだらしない。そういうマナちゃんもさっきこっそりあくびしてたよね。
Really?
告げ口は良くないわ。実は兄さんが部屋に戻った後も結局二人で読みふけってて。
Oh, so that's why. I never would have dreamed Mana would get hooked on manga. Huh. Wait, then what about your homework, Mana?
宿題
Yeah, for math, it's due today, right?
やってないわ。
Figures.
マナちゃんダメだよ。宿題はちゃんとやらなきゃ。意味がわからないわ。アルファベットばっかり並んでいるし。
We were in the hospital for so long that we've fallen behind in our studies.
あ、そっか。そうだったよね。
We're good with Japanese, though. Still, you should explain your situation to the teacher, Mana.
そうね。伝えておくわ。
Looks like she realizes I want her to use kotodama to take care of it, excuse me. And that should save her some potential embarrassment in class. Oh, I think she can avoid even that if it came to that point. Something wrong?
なんでもない。
Really?
お兄ちゃん、私を見て。
I am now, what is it? I see well-ordered features and a well-proportioned body. 10 out of 10 would find her beautiful.
次は、あっち。
There? Mana is regarding Kokoto's arms for some reason. I follow her lead to discover Kokoto trying to take my hand into her own. But she pulls back the moment I look at her. After a moment's hesitation, she tries again. But she pulls back yet again, and the cycle continues. Do you want to hold hands, Kokoto?
素直に言った方が身のためよ。
Mana, you make that sound like a... on second thought, never mind. I hold my tongue when Mana flashes me a daring smirk. It's almost like she's teasing me for how she could just have used kotodama to get the result much faster. Now, that's good and all, but I wish you'd give her phrasing the same level of consideration.
つなぎたいです。
Then no need to hold back, let's do it.
でも、あんまり仲良くしすぎるのは良くないのかなって思っちゃって。
Are Mana's comments from yesterday still weighing on her mind?
兄弟なら仲良くしてもいいんじゃないかしら。そうだけど。
Yeah, we just read the manga. Volume
私はお
3.
兄ちゃんと仲良くするわ。
Uh-oh. Hey, Mana? Mana wraps her arm around me and draws me close. Her plump and ample bosom nestles against me before I can get a word in. Is she even wearing a bra?
兄弟なのにずるいよ。兄弟だから仲良くするんでしょ。でも仲良くしても恋愛できないんだよ。だから仲良くしているだけよ。恋愛じゃないわ。
Mana's plump chest pushes against me.
マナちゃんずるい。兄弟の恋愛はダメって言ったのに兄さんとイチャイチャして。これは恋愛とは関係ないわ。腕を組んでいるだけだもの。じゃあ私も腕を組むもん。
Why are you wording it like that?
それでお兄ちゃんのことを好きにならないと言える？
Kokoto's head falls dejectedly. You shouldn't tease her, Mana. That's not a very sisterly thing to do.
大切なことよ。妹なんだから。兄さんの腕。
Kokoto nervously reaches her hand out.
好きになってはダメよ。
Kokoto's hand darts back like it was shocked.
ダメなんだよ。しっかりしなきゃ。禁断の果実はどんなに美味しそうでも食べちゃダメなの。昨日の漫画のセリフね。
Deep.
ならお兄ちゃんは私とだけ腕を組んで学園に行きましょう。やっぱり私も。本当にいいの？やっぱりダメかも。心かわいい。
Has your goal changed? She was supposed to be keeping Kokoro in check, but now it's more like she's adoring her.
状況に応じて変わるのは当然よ。
Well, isn't that great?
いいさ
Don't cry, Kokoro. There's nothing wrong with siblings doing this. I take Kokoro's tiny hand and give it a firm squeeze.
仕方ないわね。
Mana moves her arm off me and takes my hand instead.
妹に合わせるわ。マナちゃん優しいね。さすがお姉ちゃんだよ。お姉ちゃんだから。
Kokoro's beaming smile sends rosy hues across Mana's face.
何か言いたそうね。
No, nothing.
そう？
I assumed she'd use kotodama to force the truth out of me, but Mana lets it slide.
カバン持ってあげるわ。
Thank you. I get the feeling other guys would feel rather jealous of me right now. You sure we won't get any odd glares on our way to school?
兄弟だから大丈夫だよ。
Yeah, it's fine, alright.
兄弟だから大丈夫よ。
Hey, yo, wait a minute. Well, okay then. If Kokoro and Mana aren't bothered by it, then I guess I shouldn't be either. And so the three of us head off to school hand in hand. Yeah, nobody would look at us weird at all, I'm sure. And by that, I'm fairly certain it's the opposite. Lunch break arrives. All of us are eating together, much like we discussed a while back. This song is fucking jamming. Wait a minute.
いただきます。いただきます。
Naturally, it was Mom who made lunch for the three of us.
わー、いつ見ても美味しそうですね。
Curious that we
葉月さんのお
were
弁当。
we were able to get Koichi to come along here.
見た目も色鮮やかで素敵なお弁当です。お母さんのお弁当また食べられて嬉しいな。
Yeah, same. I really do mean that. What's your take on Mom's lunches, Mana?
とても美味しいわ。
An instant answer. That's honesty if I've ever seen it.
マナちゃんもお母さんの味がお気に入り。当然だよね。ホタルは購買パンだよ。お母さんのお弁当ちょっとあげるから泣かないで、ホタル。我が友ココロンよ。ありがとう。
このメンバーに俺が同席してよかったのか？
Yeah, you are kind of the odd one out. Of course you do. You're my friend too. You're always welcome.
最近誠が眩しくて仕方がない。
私もその美味しいお弁当。
Oh, you want some? Sure thing. Which part?
では定番ですが、卵焼きを。
Alright, here you go. Now open wide.
お兄ちゃん？
Oh my god. Everybody. Oh my god. What the fuck, dude? Koichi. Is something the matter?
そりゃあそんなことしたら時が止まるだろうよ。
京子さん、食べちゃいましょう。面白そうだから。いいんですか？
Sure, I can spare an egg. Why is everyone acting so weird? Yeah, I wonder. God damn it. Don't friends feed each other all the time in manga?
では、恋を無下にするわけにはいかないので、いただきますね。はん。
いいのか誠。二人ほど妙な空気になってるんだが。
Oh, it's okay. They'll get over it. What do you mean?
まあ妹だから気にするほどじゃないのかもしれないが。
美味しいです。ふんわりしていて、ちょうど良い甘さで口の中でトロトロです。
I'll give your compliments to the chef later.
兄さん、私にもあんを。
Alright, coming right up.
いやダメ。あんは恋人っぽいからダメだよ。ココロン、どうしたの？愛の狭間で揺れているのよ。 私恋人っぽいとかそういう
Isn't this the kind of things friends do, though?
女子相手だとあんまりやらないんじゃないか？
Really?
でも愛してほしいし、きっと兄さんが食べさせてくれるお母さんのお弁当はいつもより美味しく感じるはずだし、せっかく作ってくれたお弁当を美味しく食べるのは私たちの義務だから、あんするのは正しいと思うんだけど、どうかな兄さん。
かなり悩んでいるようだからさっさとしてやったらどうだ？
Good idea. Come on, Kokoto. Open wide. I pick up a small meatball with my chopsticks and bring it to Kokoto's mouth.
おいしい。兄さんに愛してもらっちゃった。
Apparently, that's a big deal. Kokoto glances down with flushed cheeks. She's growing more conscious of me thanks to Mana's comments.
心は可愛いですね。
For reasons that elude me, Mana takes a red wiener from her lunchbox and brings it over to Kokoto's mouth.
口。あ、マナちゃんもくれるの？でも同じお弁当だよ。心にあんしてみたいの。わーい。じゃあ、
Kokoto munches happily on the wiener, her cheeks stuffed with like a cute little squirrel's. Her smile is as radiant as the morning sun.
マナちゃんに食べさせてもらうのも嬉しいよ。はあ、なんだか心が取られちゃいそうで危機感いっぱいだよ。マナちゃんはお姉ちゃんで、ホタルンは親友だよ。どっちも大事だよ。あんして、ココロン。
Hotaru tears off a piece of bread and brings it over to Kokoto's mouth.
ホタルンのパンも美味しいね。
なんだか餌付けしてるみたいになってるけどいいのか？
Yeah, it's alright. They're showering her with love. I don't see a problem.
私も参加させてください。
What was supposed to be a group lunch has turned into a Kokoto feeding session. Oh well, all that matters is that they're having fun. What is it? You want to feed someone too?
別にそういうわけじゃないって。
Koichi's voice softened as he trailed off and started eating. He was looking at Kyoko, so I was sure that that was the case. Kyoko tries to say something but shuts her mouth as quickly as she opened it. Come to think of it, I don't believe I've ever seen those two talk to each other.
ほら早く食わないと休み時間終わるぞ。
Good point. I get to enjoy meals like this because Mom is feeling better. I can't waste a single part of it. Well, I don't know if this will get explored yet, because we're not on the proper path, but I am very curious.
みんなにあんしてもらったの。
I am very...
よかったわね。
Can I speak? I am very curious as to what the hell is going on between those two, because it's obviously something. They're not hiding it well, especially Koichi. Yeah, I don't know. It could really be anything. However, props to him for sticking it out and still joining the lunch session. I mean, that's pretty mature of him to just say, fuck it to my problems that I have with this character. Let's go eat. You know, I'm down with that, you know?
でもおかげでお腹いっぱいになっちゃった。
Kokoto rubs her stomach and smiles as she talks about lunch. Seeing her like that fills me with joy.
食べてくれる人がたくさんいると作りがいがあるわね。美味しかったわ。ありがとう。ごちそうさま。美味しかったわ。
Mana puts down her chopsticks and rises rapidly to her feet like she's in a hurry.
あら、リンゴを出そうかと思ったんだけれど。遠慮するわ。マナちゃん、ちょっと顔色悪い？少し疲れているのかもしれないわ。風邪かしら。それなら休んだ方がいいわね。ええ。それじゃ。
Mana nods and heads to her room. Wonder what's going on with her. Very curious. There's a lot of things I'm curious about right now. After dessert, I go back to my room and do my homework. Guess this should do it. My body goes stiff once I shut my notebook. Just as I stretch out, I hear someone approaching from the hallway. It's open.
兄さん、起きてた？
Yeah, not ready to go to bed just yet. Kokoto steps forward, holding a notebook to her chest.
ちょっと教えてほしいことがあって。
With homework? I'm not sure. It depends on what it's about.
あ、そっか。ま、一応見るだけ見てくれる？
Sure thing. But in the end, there's nothing I can do to help, much as I feared. Sorry.
気にしないで。
But why did she ask me of all people? She should know my knowledge is rather lacking in a number of areas.
マナちゃん、大丈夫かな？
I think so. I know I'm just repeating what Mom said, but she had an appetite, so she should be fine. She's probably just overwhelmed by all the big changes in her life, that's all. There are a lot of people at school compared to the village, and though she can use her kotodama whenever she wants, she's still nervous. I left with the full intention of joining the outside world, but that's not the case with Mana, so it's only natural that she'd be stressed by all this.
兄さんがそういうのなら大丈夫だね。
Mana isn't frail, she's perfectly healthy. There's no indication she's been frequently using her kotodama, so she should be fine after a good night's sleep. Things suddenly grow uncomfortable once the conversation dies, though I do wonder, how the fuck are we alive? Like, Makoto should have died that night. He pretty much poured all of his shit into Azuki, so where is that leaving us? The only thing I can think about is that maybe Mana probably poured some of her life, whatever, into us or something. And maybe she poured more recently and we didn't even realize it? What if she's on death's door, straight up? It's like we're both trying to put walls up between one another.
じゃあ、お部屋に戻るね。
Wait, Kokoto. The words leave my mouth before I even have time to think. Kokoto's shoulders quake and she turns back to me. Since you're here, I'd like to spend some more time together.
うん。私も一緒にいたいけど、
Just what?
マナちゃんが兄弟の恋愛はダメだって言うから。
Mana's words have been weighing heavy on Kokoto's mind all day. One could call that kotodama in a way, but no one's watching us, not even Mana, so have a seat. I sit down on my bed and tap the spot next to me.
じゃあ、お邪魔します。
I'm sure this can only go in a beautiful way here. Kokoto sits next to me like I asked. Her body smells fresh and sweet. She must have just taken a bath. It hasn't been that long since Kokoto and I slept together, but now that she's right next to me, my body's aching to do it with her all over again. That conversation with Mana must have awakened me to my true feelings. I take Kokoto's hand in my own.
兄さん、
Uh-oh. Kokoto's shimmering eyes reflect me like a spring. I see myself staring right at her. Just making eye contact with her stirs my soul like I'm under a spell, especially since I can feel her warmth rushing through my palm. Kokoto.
兄さん。
Calling her name is all it takes to send my heart dancing. We can't take our eyes off each other. Our faces are drawn to one another, and the moment our lips touch, something in me bursts. Yeah, quite literally, I'm sure. Holy shit. What the hell, dude? Hey, yo, damn, but Kokoto's got some... She's got the thighs that kill. I'm sorry, Kokoto, but I can't hold back anymore. I reposition myself behind Kokoto and embrace her petite body. She's as soft as a pillow from head to toe. If I so much as squeeze her, I'd feel like I was sinking into her. Just holding you like this is enough.
うん。
Your body feels so cool, so good.
兄さんの体があったかいんだよ。
The two of us sit there on that midsummer's night, taking in one another. I bury my nose in her pretty hair and bask in its sweet fragrance.
首くすぐったよ、兄さん。
Sorry, but I couldn't help myself. It's just so beautiful.
まあ、いきなりだからびっくりしちゃったよ。
Then I'll be upfront this time. I'm about to kiss your neck. In contrast to her childish aura, the nape of her neck is positively erotic. and the nape of a titan's neck is their weakness. I kiss a patch of it through a gap in her hair. Please put up with it for a little, Kokoto. I take a deep breath and I kiss her neck over and over again. You smell so good. It's as if she showered or something, you know? My body jostles as Kokoto trembles in my embrace. It's absolutely adorable.
ダメだよ、兄さん。
Kokoto's hair sways, baring her ears to me. Then I'll move on to your ear next. Well, that is the weak spot of a human. I try blowing them. Man, you're adorable. Kokoto jolts like she's been shocked when I nibble on her earlobe.
わかんじゃダメだよ。
Even the tiniest touch on her neck and ears results in a powerful reaction from her. That disparity is so cute that I keep doing it over and over. Oh, you know what? Difference from this time to the previous time is that there's actually other people in this house, so, you know, gotta be a little, quiet. I'm sorry, Kokoto, just a little more. Now that I have the girl I love in my arms, I want to tease her for just a bit longer. Kokoto lets out cute shrieks as I kiss her neck and gently nibble on her earlobe again and again.
同じも耳もダメ。
Then let's take a break. Kokoto leans on me. A little casual makeout like that won't hurt now, will it?
兄さんって普段は優しいのに、こういう時はちょっと意地悪。
I'm sorry. I've just been holding back so much that I guess I got a bit too pushy.
いいよ。それは私も我慢してたから。
It's so strange, isn't it? All we did was cuddle, yet it felt so good.
兄弟だから？それとも
What do you think?
なんでかな。でもどんな理由でもいい。今私。
True. Then do you want to keep going?
うん。あんまりエッチじゃないことなら。
Well, they're fucking. They will most likely be fucking. I reach out and like, come on. Of course they're going to.
兄さん。エッチなのはダメって。
I can tell how soft they are through her clothes. Well, duh. Well, you know what? The H scene itself has not started. We have not transitioned into that. So will it happen? I don't know. If you really don't like it, I'll stop.
そんな言い方ずるいよ。
Why is that?
私すごく悩んでるのに。
Deep down you want to do this and that's why you're so worried, is that it?
そうだけど。
She may be complaining on the outside, but in reality she finds the whole thing incredibly arousing. We can just keep cuddling like this.
でも兄さん、エッチなところも触ってるよ。
Why is it translated like that? What do you mean by naughty bits? Yeah, that's fucking weird.
私のおっぱいとか。
Honestly, I want to touch down there too. So you just do it, alright. I guess consent's not a thing anymore. Alrighty. Okay, so I don't know. Are we jumping into I can't tell. Are we going to jump into an H scene here? I'm going to assume yes.
Kokoro?
Oh, nope.
Iru?
We are not. We are not. Oh god. Kokoto shrieks and leaps to her feet. I nearly have a heart attack myself right then and there. Could you at least knock first?
私とお兄ちゃんの仲なら必要ないわ。
You do. It still matters.
次から気をつけるわ。それより、何をしていたの？
I was yeah, that we're doing that. Sorry, that shit's too funny. I was massaging Kokoto's shoulders.
肩じゃない場所に触れてた気がするけれど。
Yeah,
お
like
兄
what?
ちゃん？
Must have been seeing things.
私が兄さんにお願いしたの。肩が凝ってるから肩揉んでって。それでそのうち他のところも
Don't
揉ん
say
でもらってて。
that.
他のところ。例えば？それはその。
Kokoto just shot herself right in the foot. That said, I myself can't think of any other spots that would be okay to massage either. Anyway, what did you want, Mana?
そうだよ。どうしたの、マナちゃん。この漫画の続きを読みたいのだけど、どこにあるのか見つからなくて。
Oh, you about to find out the true, cruel reality of manga reading. Weren't you resting?
読みながら休んでる。
I think you're better off getting sleep first and foremost.
漫画は心の栄養だから。
Mom would cry if she heard that.
私の栄養？
No, it's an expression, Kokoto.
心、早く続きが読みたいわ。じゃあ、私の部屋に行こう。
Unless, you know, the next volume isn't out, which is, again, the true cruel reality of reading manga. Or anything, really. Kokoto pushes Mana out and drags her out of the room as soon as possible. Well, it wasn't an H scene, but it wasn't anything good. I can't get what just happened out of my mind. I'm pathetic. That's what I say every time I'm going to bed. I can't believe I did all that to her when she's wobbling on the line between sibling and lover. She may not have been exactly against it, but I'm sure she still feels guilty about the whole thing. That settles it. I'm gonna have to put an end to the relationship I created with my kotodama. Then we should be free to love each other as much as we want. The only question that remains is when. I have to get my feelings sorted out little by little. Yes, selfishness and all that. No, I'm still on the side of, like, we probably shouldn't have initiated all this kotodama in the first place. I feel like that's what kind of led to some disaster, if you will. But okay. I guess it's the... what's going on? Is she leaving? Is it the weekend? I don't know. But we'll save it here. We'll call it for this episode. I think this is an okay place to do so. And yeah, what will Makoto do? Will he call off the kotodama? I think he should. I think he should call off all of it. And I really think that he shouldn't have ever done it in the first place, as I was just saying. I'm on the side that he should not have done that shit. I think it just complicates things. And with Mana now involved, it's like, well, shit. Now it's even more complicated. This Jenga tower that we're just constantly building up on is eventually going to crumble. And it ain't gonna be a nice cleanup either. But oh well, we'll get to that point whenever it comes. And I think it's coming quick. Alrighty, thank you all for watching this episode. If you enjoyed, be sure to leave a like, subscribe, all that fancy stuff. And I'll see you guys in the next one. Take it easy.